Welcome back to Skitty Automotive. So today's video might be boring to some, or it may not, I don't know. But we're pretty much going to take the rest of the transmission out that was left in the truck, and then the rest is going to be a time lapse of me pulling everything off from the truck, at least the front end part, to get it ready to have the motor pulled. Now, we don't 100% know what caused this. We're going to check the motor because there were some things that kind of made us a little nervous. So we want to check the motor, make sure the motor's okay. If it is, then what we're thinking is because the fuel injection that I had on it was choking it, and so when we changed it, it was no longer choking it, and I think it was too much power for the transmission, and the transmission exploded. But once we pull the motor out and take a look at it and be able to check the compression, we'll be able to figure that out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy today's video. Please be careful.
Pry bar.
Get out, Dad.
There's a shaft. There's a shaft that's snapped. Get that pan back under here.
Huh?
The pan. No, the drain pan. Just that. No, yeah, just that.
How does the motor look from under there, though?
Ow.
Oh, okay.
Good. You gotta finish taking that off, but yeah. Gucci.
later in the day. You guys saw me take everything off the front. We didn't capture on camera was kind of us rushing, but kind of ran out of day to be able to finish it up. We have pulled everything off from the motor, mainly because we have no compression. All of these spark plugs are out and there's no air, no nothing. So we think there's something wrong with the crank from like what we're seeing. We got everything, the flywheel, torque converter, everything out from behind, and the rest of the transmission that was still connected. So the only issue, and the one thing Dad saw, was for this pulley off the pump, the disc was very loose, and there's a few other things that are kind of pointing to the fact that the crank there's something wrong with the crankshaft, 100%. So our plan is to get it pulled. It won't be in this video, mainly because we have one more week and then we're going to Florida. And again, not bringing this, unfortunately, but we're going to definitely go and try to get as much footage for you guys. But with that being said, we will see you in the next video.